This is episode 623. And today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to find or create inspiration. Sometimes life is tough, and it has been for maybe a couple of years for some of us. Others have thrived in it. But, life is tough, and it's hard to see the pot of gold waiting for you at the end of the rainbow sometimes. It's just like, is this all there is? Why am I doing it? And we go through this mental consternation, and our motivation, inspiration tends to lag a little bit. And so, fortunately, it's easier than you think to find a source of inspiration that will motivate you and keep you on the right path towards your goals, whether those goals are physical, financial, relationship, any of those goals. There's ways that when we're lagging, when our tire is a little flat, we can get some air pumped into us to continue on from it. So I'm going to go over 5. These are probably going to be yes, but if you know, are you using them? And maybe you can use these even when you're not lagging in inspiration, but to keep you elevated. So the first one is motivational quotes. If you follow me on LinkedIn or Instagram, Pinterest, or Facebook, you know that regularly I put up inspirational quotes and then I put a little thought about that quote. But the quotes are just fantastic because they're usually done, or they are done, by people who have gone through similar challenges as us. And these quotes can help us reflect back on their life and our life and teach us how to embrace the challenge that we're facing, embrace the dip that we're in, and help us to create a bigger and a better vision for ourselves. So motivational quotes. You can just do a search for motivational quotes about working out, motivational quotes about relationships, motivational quotes about spirituality. And there's so many sites out there with them. It is really great. Or just follow me on LinkedIn or Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest. Inspirational images, right? I mean, for me, looking at these awe-inspiring pictures of nature just really get me inspired. I just really, really enjoy them. And perhaps if you're, an athlete, you enjoy seeing images of athletes performing magnificent feats, or if it's just nature, again, just big mountains with snow covers on them, or beautiful nature, or whatever that is. It doesn't have to be an image for the goal that you're trying to go after. We just want to get that inspiration, that juice flowing in us so that we can take action. And again, that image may not be an image of what you're trying to go after, but it could be an image that invokes that inspiration within you. And again, you could do inspirational images for working out, inspirational images, do searches on it, or go to Unsplash or Pixel or any of these other free Getty images. There's so many images out there, and you may want to create a collage on your desktop. And the first thing when you open up your computer, you see all these kind of like a virtual vision board, but you have these images of things, of places that you want to go. Maybe images of your bucket list, maybe images of houses that you'd like to get, maybe images of places you'd like to travel to or cruises you'd like to take. But these images can help get us fired up to go after those goals that we want. Talk to strangers. It's so interesting when we talk to strangers, and we kind of have to do the reverse of listening, because if this was a podcast on communication, I would say talking to strangers is great. Ask them questions and then shut up. Let them tell you about them. But sometimes it's really great when a stranger asks us about us and we start telling our story. We can tell our story from a place of the hero, or we can tell our story from the place of the victim. If we choose to tell our story from the place of a hero, talking to strangers can be very inspiring, invigorating, because they don't know us. They see us for who they think we are, right? And so we can tell stories, we can talk to them about our goals and our aspirations, and that we're kind of at a low point, and they may share some wisdom, because when we don't know the person, we can be more open with them and they can be more open with us. So, talking with strangers or acquaintances, even, can be very, very inspiring to help us see in our life what we have missed, what our scotoma, our blind spot is, where strangers can see that and point it out to us. In the same vein, talk to friends about their inspirational stories. A lot of times, unfortunately, when we are with our friends, we're usually bitching about the economy, about our job, about our health, about something. But flip it up. Ask them to tell you the most inspiring story of their life so far. And then sit back and just listen. Now, this is the time we want to listen. Just let them talk and ask questions. Well, how did you do this? How did you feel? How did you know that you were going to make it through this challenge? Right? And just talk to them about that. And it's not trying to bolster their ego. We just want to hear different. And if you add these up, the quotes, the images, talking to strangers, and friends' inspirational stories, you're going to get perspectives on how different people went through similar challenges in different ways. The strangers and the friends can be this different side of the same coin. And that can help you increase your courage, increase your motivation, increase your inspiration to keep going. And then one of my favorite is motivational movies or documentaries. When my workouts are a little bit lagging, I'll either watch a CrossFit movie or even, yes, a Rocky movie. I'm not a boxer, but the workout scenes in it and the underdog coming back, all of those things are just inspiring. And there's many, 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 many more out there. But motivational movies, even clips on YouTube, you look up motivational quotes. And so you get the quotes, you get the images, you get the movie all combined. And sit and watch them and listen to it and feel the energy in the speaker when they're speaking these quotes, if they're repeating them, or the actual person who's talking the quotes. And look at the images and listen to the music. And one thing great about motivational movies is they have great soundtracks with them. So music is another way to get you inspired. I know when I'm at the gym, if I'm having to do squats or deadlifts, I put on a certain set of music to get me inspired, get me motivated. So, in addition to the quotes, the images, strangers, inspirational stories, the movies, listen to some great music, right? Some music, some very inspiring music can get you fired up in the morning or fired up in the afternoon to go after those things that you want to achieve. Keep in mind, next time you feel you need some extra inspiration, try those sources, right? The images, soundtracks, movies, talk to strangers, friends, any of them. Combine all of them. If you're really feeling down, go do all of them every day for a week and see what happens. You may be surprised at how well they work to get you happily working toward fulfilling your goals and living the life that you desire. These things are important. They are there. We all go through these dips. And when you can tap into that right source, whether it's video, pictures, audio, friends, strangers, vision boards, whatever that is, you have all those tools necessary. There should never be a reason why you are lacking motivation, inspiration for more than 24 hours. There's too many tools out there to keep you pumped up. If you'd like to see the show notes on this podcast, you can visit me at warriormindcoach.com. While you're there, you can read some blog posts, listen to some other podcasts, and find out how to contact me for a breakthrough session. Since you'll be on the internet, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.